So who are your role models?
Oh, that's a good question. So my mother, I was also raised, I never really think about, I don't have heroes anymore because I think I was disappointed, you know, the closer you look at other human beings. But my early role models, without knowing it, would have been obviously my mum and dad, who are lovely people. And Catholic nuns, because I went to Catholic primary schools, there was no husbands, there was no men, they were running the schools, the finances, the everything, so they were examples of empowered females, believe it or not. And they're good women. I'm still in contact with them today, the Maris nuns. Really good, sensible women. I don't have any of those horror tales about Catholic nuns, though I'm not a religious person at all anymore. But I got to give them their due. They were the earliest examples of female empowerment, and my mother. And yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you got from them or from anyone else?
Oh, okay, this is super useful because I thought of it this morning actually. My mother said to me, I was worried about that other people were talking about me or being mean or something. She says, or I was suspecting that people were talking about me, and she said, oh, for goodness sake, Lucy, everybody, they're so busy worrying what other people are thinking about them, they're really not thinking about you. I was like, that's been a load off my mind for many years, you know, if you just assume people are talking about you, you might as well assume they're not, because it's just wrong thinking. It's, you know, gets you on this really negative vortex to think any other way. So, yeah, I think that's a good way of conserving energy in a way. You spend a lot of time dramatizing, anticipating things that you have no idea about. So, who can be bothered?
Yes.
Yeah, life goes much better when you're relaxed, you're yourself.
Absolutely.
And intention, you're not.
So how do you know when you're on target with yourself, with your soul's purpose in your life? Like if someone's watching this and they're saying, I really want to have Lucy's life. I want to be a strong, powerful woman, but I want a family, husband, kids. How do you balance it all? And how do you know what decision to make, what to choose, what roles to choose?
Yeah, that's hard, you know. That's really hard. I turned down a trip to India with my family. I mean, I pulled out of a trip to India with my family, a wonderful, once-in-a-lifetime trip to do Panto in Pasadena. And I've never done that before. My children have been younger, so I made decisions. We moved to New Zealand and we lived there, and at the expense of my career. And then all of a sudden, it was okay for me to put my career first when my youngest is 12, and a very quite an independent little fellow. And we Skype all the time. I talk to them every other day. But I've never done that before. It's difficult. You've got to risk that your career will go away in those years when the children need you the most.
So did you take 5 or 6 years off?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I have worked. I've done a little bit of stage, and I worked with my husband down in New Zealand, but I wasn't living in America. And if you leave LA,
yes,
agents and everybody, they're like, forget you. You're not here to do the parties. You've got to be on site. But my children are, thus far, well-adjusted, strong, loving, connected people doing well at school or in life. And, yeah, it was worth it.
So your husband's in the business too?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and so do you guys balance of who works and who doesn't, or?
Yes, it's just worked out. If you're in New Zealand, then unless I'm working with him, I'm probably not working.
Okay.
It's just the way it's been. And now he's, as they're becoming young men, is stepping up a lot. You know, so yeah, I guess so, but in a really macro way, you know, we're taking turns.
Yes.
I don't know, that's going to become more important later this year, because I need to go home and I need to be with my boys, and I've signed on for a show that shoots in Shreveport. So we'll see how that goes.